I drank a lot of caffeine because I knew I'd be after Helen, and instead of having her energy level, I'll probably just shake while I'm up here. So, Helen's fault. Hi, everybody. You can put up my first slide, please. There's our logo. Sorry, it's not a person. Located in East Vancouver, just in from Renfrew and Broadway, Discovery Organics is a distributor of fair trade and organic fruits and vegetables. Every day, trucks roll in with loads of lettuce and tomatoes. We rearrange the boxes, and other trucks take those orders to food retailers like Choices or the East End Food Co-op. Food distribution is not a sexy business, but we hope that the way that we choose to do it is actually a good example of how businesses can be engaged in the community as well as in modeling sustainability. These are some of the 35 people that we employ. These folks don't have comfy jobs. They work inside of a refrigerator all day long and they haul heavy boxes. They have vibrant lives outside of Discovery, either at school or performing in plays or writing blogs. When we did a commuter survey last year, only 7 of them drove cars, and 17 of them were riding their bikes to work. It's almost silly to call it a commute because so many people live in the neighborhood. That saves carbon emissions, and it also means that these creative people are not stuck in traffic for hours each day. Instead, they're out in the community creating art, volunteering, or just enjoying East Van life. This is our parking lot in East Van. Not so pretty, but for a recycling nerd like me, it's an impressive display of effort. The biggest bin is for compost. Then you'll see the cardboard bin in the middle, and then a wee 2-yard garbage bin beside that. To the left, we have big bags of plastic of all kinds that are waiting to be picked up by West Coast Recycling. At most businesses, those plastics would go straight into the dumpster, with moldy strawberries or maybe brown cherry tomatoes still in them. At Discovery, we take the berries out, we salvage or compost them, and we recycle the plastic. It's labor intensive to do this, but it reduces our hauling costs, and mostly it's just the right thing to do. We love compost, and this is a compost pile on an organic farm. The hand belongs to Randy Hooper, who is our managing director. I've traveled with Randy, and I know the first thing he wants to do when he visits a farm is sink his bare hand deep into the compost pile and discuss its properties with the resident farmer. He does that part. Composting is a basic tenet of organic farming. In fact, many organic growers see building the soil as such a focus that they call themselves soil farmers. Some of our compost goes to Mary Forsbauer in Chilliwack, and some of it goes to a guy who makes a liquid soil amendment that he calls composting tea. And some of it gets picked up by Fresh Roots Urban Farm here in East Vancouver. This is a shot of Alana and Kristen from Fresh Roots. If all the other options are exhausted, we send it to Fraser Richmond Soil and Fiber. The microbes there are tough enough to actually handle even waxed cardboard, which is great because we used to have to throw those in the dumpster because they weren't recyclable. So now they're going to compost instead of landfill, which is great. We try to stop any food from actually making it into the parking lot. It's all organically grown, most of it from small-scale farmers in BC or abroad. And we've met a lot of those farmers. This is Beryl Orovic from Beryl's Organic Paradise in Oliver, BC. We've seen how hard they work, so we try our best to sell what they grow. If it comes in blemished or wonky, we try to sell it to restaurants or food processors. If that doesn't work, we donate it. We have a roster of 5 to 7 nonprofits and food programs who come and pick up fresh food from us on a weekly basis. Some of these get used for community kitchens where people get a chance to cook nutritious food together. This is great because this is stuff that almost got tossed, and now it becomes a reason for neighbors to get to know each other. We also encourage our own staff to ask for donations of food for any projects they're volunteering with in the community. As a distributor, we don't really sell to the public. If we didn't recycle and compost and donate, no one would really know. But we're like that kid who always raises their hand first when the teacher asks a question. We'd like to show the rest of our industry that it's possible to do the right thing. So we've been doing some public things like signing up for the city's Corporate Climate Leaders program and measuring our greenhouse gas emissions. We hope that other food businesses will see that what we're doing and that they'll want to do it too. Whether they feel inspired or out of sheer competitiveness, we're just hoping that it means less food gets wasted and less goes to landfill. In theory, Discovery Organics could operate anywhere. We could be in Richmond or Langley, but without us, East Van would be a little less healthy. Trucks would idle a little bit more on their way in to make their deliveries, and artists might have to commute to Burnaby to make $1, or even worse, they might actually move there. Though that's probably the worst scenario, Vancouver would also lose a business that's keen on doing its share to make Vancouver more vibrant and sustainable. Thanks.